Hi, it's me, Barry Scott, and you know what? Great news! I've reached over 400 subscribers, yes! Thank you so much for subscribing to my new channel. And you know what? This time around, just to celebrate, I'm going to answer some of your questions. So here we go, I've got them written on a card here. The first question it's from a lady called Anne Organ. And she has written to me and she has asked, Barry, do you wear a mask in bed? Just to be on the safe side. Well, do you know what, Anne? I do actually wear a mask in bed. It's one that I've had specially designed for me from Amsterdam. It's made of leather and it goes all the way around my head and it has a little zip here by the mouth. So I can control how much infected air I'm breathing in. And do you know what, Anne? Sometimes I wear it outside too. And I found that when I go on the tube or up to Tesco's, everyone keeps 2 meters away from me. So that's banging. I recommend you use one. Oh, and here's another question from a Mr. Richard Head. And he's asked me, Barry, can you get COVID through your TV set? Well, Richard, the thing is you can get it if you have a dirty knob. So my recommendation to you is to get a damp cloth and give your knob a really good rub so that it's clean, so that when you turn your television on, you won't get COVID. But I do also know that you can get narcolepsy from your television, because a few months ago I was watching the new Doctor Who series and I kept falling asleep. And also during Christmas, I decided to watch Mrs. Brown's Boys for the first time ever, and I have to tell you, I slipped into a coma. So be careful, always wear a mask when you're watching those ones. Oh, and finally, there's a question here, and the handwriting is quite difficult to read. I think a B has been crossed out here. So it's from a Mr. D. Johnson, and he said, Dear Barry, what advice would you give the Prime Minister in handling COVID? Well, Mr. D. Johnson, my advice to you would be set a good example and not come out in front of a camera and look like you've just woken up face down in a cat litter tray. So there you go, there's all the questions. Oh, and there is one more that a lot of you have been asking me as well, and that is, Barry, are you dead? Well, what do you think, you idiots? Anyway, I've got some great news. Great news, I'm now doing birthday messages, and I've got a birthday message that I'm going to show you an example of on my channel very shortly. And I have to thank Jake Gillinghall for making a special appearance in that video as Mike. But for now, it's Bang and the Dirt is gone, and I'll be back very, very soon with some more of your questions. Now that's the end of the message, subscribers, and because my nurse is signalling me to have my medication, I have to go now. She's got my mask on as well, but I have to just creep round to the back of this camera and switch it off. Keep banging, subscribers!